Hi guys, it's me CoutureSimmer and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm doing a remodel of a starter apartment in San Myshuno for a newlywed couple who ended up having a shotgun wedding. So this is the couple that I've just put on the screen. And yeah, this is the new lot that I wanted to kind of change up and give a modern but kind of old lived in look as well. So I've gone for these lacy kind of chandeliers because I think they work really well in the room, and I actually do end up mixing and matching on the lighting choices for the rest of the house because I didn't want everything being the same light right throughout the house. So I do have just them chandeliers in the bedrooms, and I've gone for a more traditional chandelier in this living room, which I do end up getting rid of in the end because it was too dark for this room. So then I went on to start in the kitchen, and I went for an old aged wood traditional look, and I really liked the look of it. And yep, I do end up changing some things about this room, such as the colour of this one, because in the end it doesn't work. But I do stick with these cabinets, which are the Julia cabinets from the Sims Resource. They are CC items, so yeah, I'll put the download link to these in the description box if you would like to add these to your game. So next I was adding in the fridge, and I do go for just a kind of small kitchen area. I do end up adding a few more cabinets onto this room before on this side of the wall, just because I wanted to have some upper cabinets, and obviously you can see they don't match, but I think the colour match is quite good, so we're just going to ignore the handles and just, you know, continue with the build. So yeah, I was going for some clutter. I was looking for pots and pans. I couldn't find them in the game. I have got some in the game and I do end up adding them, but until I do that I did add some other stuff like some kitchen appliance deco, such as like a kettle and toaster. Hopefully we do get something like that soon. And yeah, I went for a fruit bowl as well after I added the pan. And one thing I have realised is there is no sink, and I don't think I was able to add a sink, so yeah, it looks like it's going to be washing up in the bathroom for the time being because there is no sink, and I didn't realise until I ran out of money for the build because I wasn't able to actually use Motherload, which really upset me, but I was like, you know what, I like having to stick to the budget and make things work. So yeah, at this point I decided that I needed the tiles, and as you can see I was like, should I use some bathroom tiles? No. Should I use these tiles? Yes. But then the cabinets didn't work anymore, they didn't fit, so I changed the colour to a more, you know, a kind of faded wood look, which kind of worked a lot better, and it really went well with the whole kitchen, so I decided to stick with that, and I really liked the look of the room. It went better with the flooring as well. So yeah, I added the half wall. Didn't end up liking it in the end, so as you're going to see in a minute, I do end up making the kitchen its own separate room altogether because at the moment it just doesn't work as a whole room, and I think it looks better when it's just separate for this kind of tiny apartment. Well, this one in particular with these cabinets anyway. So yeah, I just got rid of the half walls, added some wallpaper, and moved on to looking for a perfect door archway, and yeah, I've got one, so it was time to move on to the living room. So first thing I did was carried on and I added the sofa in, and as you guys are going to see, I did kind of switch backwards and forwards between sofas because I do see a little armchair which I absolutely adore. So after I added this little side lamp and added a new chandelier because it was way too dark before, I add a side couch armchair, and I absolutely loved it, but then it just didn't kind of go with the couch colour in the beginning, so I went to this colour and I was like, it kind of works, and I went for this rug and I was like, it don't work anymore, so I ended up getting a totally different colour couch, but it does kind of work together, so I stuck with that and added a little armchair, a little coffee table before I moved around the armchair, which isn't going to be in its final place right now. So I added a second coffee table. This is just a kind of more art piece one, and I do end up adding some dirt footprints with CC, you know, just to make it look more real, and a fallen plant before I move on to adding some more deco. I add some deco stairs to the bedroom, and then, you know, move on to the TV and the entertainment side. So yeah, I had this TV on an old bookcase to kind of go with the old style of the place, and I just added a few pictures just to kind of give it a more lived in look before moving the chair over there and settling on a new feature for the room, which is a bookcase, which I do end up looking for. And yeah, I settle on a kind of cluttered bookcase which has the right colouring for the rest of the furniture, and I've just noticed it has like a kind of chest under the table, so that has really worked out well as well. And then I'll just go for adding some CC to the coffee table before I run into a few glitches, and you know, I'm going to actually skip ahead to when the game did begin to work again, because as you can see, stuff started to disappear, which was like, oh my gosh, we've got robbers back in the game. So anyway, I went on to the bedroom and I started, you know, adding the colours, and I think this worked really well, just adding this stair deco and the wardrobe. I think they work really well together, and I like the colours and the differences with them as well. And I added that plant just for a bit of, you know, a design, just to kind of wrap the room together and kind of close in this large space a bit more. And yeah, I've settled for a bed, a blanket, and I've stuck with really neutral colours in this room because I think it works really nice and it has a kind of calming effect. So I decided to stick with them colours, add a nice mirror, and then it's onto the curtains. So I went backwards and forwards with if I wanted lace curtains, net curtains, if I wanted some, you know, more silky curtains, and I've decided on a kind of neutral brown colour, and it does work really well. And then as you can see, the curtains aren't working because I hadn't noticed, but I'd run out of money, so I had to start deleting stuff quick and fast. So yeah, I don't know what I just deleted, but somehow I've got my money back, and yeah, we can start building again. So yeah, I've just remembered I started getting cheaper wallpaper. That's what I had to do to kind of, you know, get some money back. So yeah, I've gone for some CC kitchen, bathroom stuff, and yeah, that is kind of cheating, but I needed a nice bathroom, you know, at least that's been done up. And then it was on to the spare bedroom, which I'm going to turn into a nursery. Yes, they're newlyweds, no, they haven't got any kids, there's no little buns in the oven right now, but I wanted the room to be ready for when they decide to take that next step in their relationship and, you know, decide to start their family. So yeah, I went for this kind of gender neutral bedroom with just like some nice colours, and yeah, I went back to the living room to add some curtains and other things before going to the bedroom and, you know, finishing that off. So yeah, I kind of went backwards and forth with the curtains in this room because curtains are such a big decision. Like seriously, I want the right amount of light to come into this house, and at the moment, as you can see, a lot of the curtains are kind of blocking it off or blocking the pictures, and then I have to end up moving the pictures because I've realised that Paris one is overlapping the window, so that is not going to work at all. So yeah, I go for the green one of the one that we've got in the bedroom, and I move the pictures over. Then I go back to the nursery. So I add in this crib. I think it's nice, it's modern, it's got a clean look. Before I add in the bedding, I was going to go for yellow, which is like the typical gender neutral colour, but then I decided to go for green to kind of match with the wallpaper, and I wanted that blanket, I really wanted that blanket, but that was not going to work at all. So I added this one that kind of slings over. I try and make it work. I try and add in different colours to kind of wrap the room up together. I tried to go for a pattern mattress, but that wasn't working either, so I have to end up just backspacing and, you know, getting rid of it all and just starting from scratch and just having a plain crib. So yeah, I was trying different decor stuff to kind of make the room a little more, you know, cutesy, but I just didn't like how it was going. And I'm going for rugs, and I go for a fur rug in the end, but I realised that isn't really good for a nursery. These little kids are going to get it messy, so I have to get rid of the fur rug and I go for something a lot different. So yeah, I've got a bed in there for when the little child grows up, and I've moved the crib over just so we've got a bit more room, and the room kind of wraps in together more. And I really like this little blue bed. It's good for girls, it's good for boys. It's got a really nice bright colour, it kind of lights up the room, and yeah, it works well with that crib as well. So I just added I was trying out rugs, and I ended up enlarging this frog rug. It works well with all the colours that are in the room, and I just add this bookcase just to kind of so they can keep learning. And then finally a violin to finish off that skill building, because they need to be building up those skills. And then to finish off the room, I went for this picture, but I changed it to the cute lion because it's just so cute and it really ties the room together. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Here's the point where I just add the bin in, change the fire alarm, and I think that is the final step of the build. So I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, please like, share, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time with The Sims 4. Bye!